Sometimes manifesting takes longer than we want it to. It can be frustrating at times. I get it. But today we're going to go over why that is and what you can do to speed up your manifesting techniques. I love the whole process of manifesting. I love deciding what I want. I love setting up, my tools to do it. And then I love watching it come into fruition. What I don't love is having to wait for it. I'm kind of impatient, if you haven't learned that about me yet. But I don't like waiting for it. It can be tough. And sometimes we have to. Sometimes we have to, but sometimes there are ways that we can speed up the process. Now, today in this session, I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about the two reasons why manifesting sometimes takes longer than we want it to. I want to also talk about what you can do, how you can shift up your process to speed up manifesting and bring those things into your life a little bit sooner. And lastly, I want to cover just some basic techniques that maybe fell by the wayside or maybe you haven't heard them before. So why not? Why not cover them in this? I want this to be a full session for you so you can get the most out of it. So let's jump in, starting with the two reasons why manifesting sometimes takes a little bit longer. Reason number one, we ask for what we want, but we don't necessarily take any actions toward what we want. Now, no judgment here, no judgment at all. I've done this too. I've sent out my affirmation. I've asked the universe for what I want, but I haven't necessarily gotten into gear in getting this done. For example, I am really excited about hiking and getting out in nature more and being more athletic and more outdoorsy. So this is what I'm manifesting. This is the affirmation that I use. And I can say the affirmation every single day, but it won't come to fruition unless I actually kick in with that urge and go outside and really create the process and start it. Now, that might fall a little bit more into simple affirmations and affirmations coming true. Let's talk about manifesting something that you want to bring into your life. If you want to bring into your life more abundance, whether it be financial or let's start with the financial. Let's say you want to bring more financial abundance in. Let's say there's something that you want. You want to move to a different location, a better house or a better apartment or something like this. You really do need to take those very human steps to look for the job opportunities, go out and talk to people, work on honing your skills, whatever it is you do in order to improve them. Tell people about what you do so you can start building your clientele or finding the perfect spot for you to get that job and thrive and grow and or sell, what you've always dreamed about selling, but you're going to have to take those steps to do it. When you decide you want to manifest something of financial gain, like a new apartment, a new house, moving to a different town, something like that, some sort of an improvement that you really want, if you throw the affirmations out to the universe, first off, that's wonderful. But if you don't take the actual steps to do the work, it's not going to come to fruition because you're working as a team with the universe, right? You're saying, this is what I want. And the universe is going to start working for you in the sense that it's going to put effort into trying to land exactly what you want in your lap in the right time, but it's going to need your help to do that. If you just stay home, if you don't talk to anybody, if you don't reach out, you're probably not going to have a CEO of a corporation knocking on your front door going, hey, I just randomly knocked on your front door. So you are going to have to work with the human realms a little bit and acknowledge that you got to take some steps to make it work. So the best manifesting when it comes to especially objects or life path or getting to where you want to get to is to do your manifesting, to do the affirmations, to send it out into the universe, but then to really back it up with the work and going out there and doing the little things it takes to make it happen. Now, we can make things happen simply by going out there and doing it. And I can hear someone saying, well, why would you even manifest if you're just going to do all the hard work? It'll happen itself. When you connect with the universe and send out your intentions and your desires to your higher self, to guides, to source, to the universe, to your source, whatever that may be, if you do that in addition to the steps and the work it takes to bring it into fruition into your life. It's going to come into your life sooner. And this is going to lead me into the second part, and then I'm going to explain how exactly universe is working for you. Like what's the contraption? How do I understand what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to manifesting? The second reason manifesting can take some time is that we get too specific. When we ask for something, we send it out to the universe, we can become far too specific on exactly what we want. So what you're saying to the universe in that situation is you're saying, "Hey, I want exactly that thing, and I need you to make that happen." You can ask for something very specific. You can even put all the work in to make that happen. Let's say it's a car, a specific car from like 1977, very detailed, right? Make and model all the way down to the color. And you say, "This is the car that I want, this old collector's car. I'm so excited. I want to bring this car into my life." And you can even do all the work necessary. You can get on the car boards, you can get on, online, you can search for it, you can do everything that you need to do. But if there isn't a way for universe to line up a direct connection between you and the seller of that very specific car, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So by asking for something super specific, super detailed, you really put a lot of limitations on the universe for bringing you what you want. And this is where I got to throw this out there. Really, the highest purpose of manifesting is to manifest joy and bliss and experiences. It's not necessarily to manifest material things. We can, absolutely possible. But if coming into this session, you said, "Well, manifesting is just for objects," I want to expand your thinking around that, because when it comes to expanding what you're asking for, when you ask for even material objects, behind the motivation of bringing a smile into your life, bringing bliss into your life, bringing joy into your life, that's where the universe works best. They work best on bringing you those higher vibrational states of being, and they will bring you the material objects in order to get you there. So when it comes to manifesting, asking for a very specific make and model of car from a very specific year, that'll bring you joy. But if you can expand that to a more general request and then focus more of your manifesting on how you will feel as a result of that, instead of saying, "Here's a specific car that I want," say, "I would like an antique car that is sleek and that is fun and that makes me smile, and I enjoy rebuilding, and I enjoy going for Sunday drives, and I can feel the Sunday drives and I can feel that joy." It's the experience, it's the bliss, it's the joy, it's the emotions that it brings that the universe says, "Gotcha, I'm on board." And by expanding from something so specific to something more general, you give the universe a lot more opportunity to bring it to you. Now, here's what I want to talk about: what's working behind the scenes here. How is the universe bringing you this stuff to help you, and how does it actually happen? How does it drop in your lap right in front of you with the extra work you're doing to get it done, right? Because we already talked about that. The universe is let me start by saying this. If you think of every single living person on this planet as a speck of light, right? And we're all rotating around this spiral of time, right? Linear time. We're all going down this linear timeline. And I like to talk about it about like the spiral of life, because it's like a twisting and a turning, shifting around this timeline. We all need to interact with each other. All of these specks of lights need to interact with each other as they navigate down the linear timeline, so that they all succeed in getting what's for their highest good. And so they all receive what they're looking for on their path in this lifetime. So the universe has all these specks of life, all these people that are here, all these living individuals, and they're all interacting with each other. And if the universe was to give one person, one little speck of light navigating down this linear timeline, if the universe was to give one person everything that they wanted to manifest, it might hinder a bunch of other people and stop them from being able to experience their human experience and spiritual path that they're supposed to experience. So if giving you something that you're asking for is going to negatively affect other people's paths, the universe isn't going to hand it to you. The universe is working for you, but the universe is working for everyone. The universe is making sure that everyone's path is fulfilled. Everyone is walking down their path and experiencing the things that they came down here to experience, both good and bad. And the universe, that's their main goal. So, what you're doing when you ask the universe for something very specific is you're saying, hey, I want this make and model and year car. And the universe now has to look at this, all these specks of light, all these beings that are navigating through time, and figure out a way and align people in such a way that you get exactly what you're looking for. Your odds are very low. Your odds are very low. But if you say, I want an antique car that I can restore, that brings joy, and I can just see myself on Sunday drives, that expands the possibilities for the universe. Now, there's a whole lot more possibilities on how the universe can continue to support every being here and that's having an experience on this planet in such a way that everyone still gets for the highest good what they need, but also that car lands in your life in such a way that brings you joy and you can drive down and have those Sunday afternoon drives, right? So we have to think of this in two parts. You, as an individual, are asking for what you want. Yes, I encourage it. Please always be asking for what you want. But also, there's this collective that we have to work with. There is an agreed upon reality, right? And the universe is looking over this agreed upon reality, everyone that's in it, everything that everyone's doing, and they are certainly not going to cause harm in a way of taking somebody else off their path in order to give you what they want. So they're going to find a way to give you what you're asking for with your manifesting by making sure that everyone else can still stay on path, because that is the universe's job. That's what the universe says. That's how the universe works for you. It says, I want to give you what you ask for. It always wants to give you what you ask for. But if giving you what you ask for roadblocks a whole bunch of other people and stops them from experiencing what they need to experience, again, good or bad, it's just not going to happen. They're not going to break the system to give you that specific of an item. Now, can you manifest something that specific? Absolutely, yes. And the time that you do it is the time that it did line up, that the universe went, okay, there is one available, this make and model and year. And it just so happens I can link this person to this person, and everyone else still gets the highest good. So that does happen. It is very possible. And if you really, really, really want one of those, you know what I say? Start with that. Start with that. Send that out to the universe and say, okay, I am manifesting this exact car. Go for it. Work on it. Manifest for a month. Because if that possibility is out there, which it could be, it will land in your lap. It has been that specific before for people. It has worked that well. But if you don't get that car, don't give up. Expand what you're asking for, right? And focus on the emotions behind it. The universe wants to give you what you're asking for, but they have to give it to you in a way that lines up for your spiritual path and for everyone else's as well, because this is a agreed upon reality. So, when it comes to manifesting, the two things that we can do to speed up our manifesting and seeing these things come into our lives a little bit faster is, number one, we can put the human work into receiving what we're asking for, whatever that may be. If I want to have all of these outdoor adventures open up for me, I need to get out there and hike. I need to get out there and get used to doing that and train and et cetera, et cetera. If I want these really cool, extraordinary outdoor adventures to drop into my life. I need to do the work to be ready for that when it comes. Same with finding a job or, getting a new car, getting a new apartment. Same with meeting another person. You need to keep doing the inner work with yourself. You need to go to different locations so you can interact with people. You need to work with the universe who's working for you. Be like, all right, universe, I'm asking for this and I'm going to put the effort in. That's where the speediest connections happen. Like I said, you can just put the effort in, absolutely, and it'll happen when it happens. But manifesting is bringing the energy into it, bringing your spiritual path into it, and amping up the process of it, thus speeding it up. It's mind, body, and soul bringing something into your life, not just body, not just mind and body. It's mind, body, soul bringing something into your life. And the other thing that we can do when it comes to, and the second thing you can do to speed things up is to get a little bit more general, get a little bit more generic, right? Instead of something super specific, get a little bit more general. Talk about what that object or that thing or that person is going to bring into your life. That is going to speed up your manifesting as well. And lastly, I want to talk about a couple of techniques that some of them you've probably heard, some of them you might have heard but you forgot, and some of them maybe you haven't heard. And all of these techniques really amplify manifesting. They really, really do. I've taught all of these in the manifesting lifestyle course, which is really fun because it makes manifesting enjoyable. There's like a 60-day process with it to have fun with it and send things out into the universe. And it's a really, really fun course. And these are just a couple of the techniques that are included in that course. When it comes to manifesting, some of the top things that are really, really effective is you think of something that first off, let yourself want. A lot of us don't allow ourselves to want for anything, but let yourself want for some things that will bring you joy and happiness on your path. Secondly, bring emotions into what you're asking for. When you're manifesting, you're going to say a manifesting statement. Don't just ask for a material object or a person or a job or something like this to come into your life. Bring the emotion into it. Allow yourself to feel what it would feel like having that come into your life. Thirdly, ask for it as if it's already happened. There is some serious power to this. There is serious power to this because instead of the universe hearing it's going to happen, because then the universe will always make sure it's going to happen, the universe hears you say it's already happened. And so the universe says, oh, that's happening. I need to adjust everything to match up with that energy, to match up to make sure that it is happening. Those three tools are really some of my favorite and some of the key powerful ones. Actually, I'm going to give you a fourth. Try to keep negative statements out of your manifesting statements. Try not to say my car won't break down. Try to say my car runs perfectly, because the universe in general will hear general statements. They'll hear the general words out of it. Universe doesn't speak fluent French, fluent Spanish, fluent English. They're going to get the feel of the words that are coming through. So the feel of the words in a sentence, my car won't break down, the universe is going to feel the universe is going to feel car, and the universe is going to feel breakdown. So the universe is going to bring you the energy of car breakdown, your. So try to keep negative words out of it and word the things that you're asking for in a very positive way. If we put all of these last tips together, right? What you're going to be doing is something positive. My car runs perfectly, right? Then we're going to bring in some emotion to it. My car right now is running perfectly, meaning it's happening now. And then think of yourself just feeling great about it. I'll give you another example. Let's say you're looking for the perfect job for yourself. You would word it in such a way of it happening. It's already happened. I love my job. I love my job in such and such industry. I'm going there every day. I love my coworkers. I'm enjoying every day. Here I am. in this job that brings me so much joy. And while you're doing this, you're bringing that positive feeling of what it would feel like to be in that job, to be like wonderfully challenged and, sparked, and you just are fulfilled by the work you do. Feel all of that. Say it in the positive. Let it be kind of general. Notice how I said in this industry. Let it be general and let it be positive and let it be in the now. Jump into some manifesting. It's fun, it's exciting. Like I said, I've got the course on it that has the whole 60-day thing. If you need guidance, because sometimes people like to have that guidance when they step into something, have fun with it, play with it, use those techniques. But remember the two key points that we brought up today. You got to put in the human work in addition to what you ask for spiritually, and also keep it a little generic. Keep it a little generic. Remember, the universe is working with what the universe has to work with.